Japanese voice actor narrator who is attached to.
Right, we are technically live on everything other than Instagram right this second.
He's
What?
Doflamingo,
Who's Doflamingo?
the guy who died who did Doflamingo's voice.
Okay.
Oh,
When did he die?
May 21st.
So a few weeks
Okay,
ago.
and now we're live on Instagram as well. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
this takes forever.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So here's my thing, right? I feel like with the studio, we're gonna go right into this.
Sure.
What's the name of the studio again?
Got it.
Gynax.
Okay, Gynex. I feel like with the industry changing and moving every minute, the problem is we not having the old heads saying, "Hey, you know what? I know how to move the money." We need young folks because whatever's popping is always changing every day. So I feel like if they had more direction in what's more modern, that's kind of like our government. You know, these old
Yeah.
heads swear they know what's best for us and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, things are changing, things are progressing. You can't expect to do the same shit 20 years ago and get the same results. That's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Well, it's not just the government; it's a lot of businesses as well. Are the people who are in charge now were the people who were in charge 10 years ago, or at the very least, middle management 10 years ago, and they don't want to change how anything gets done. They
Right.
think they know best, but guess what? Society has moved, so now new companies are crushing them.
Right.
Yeah, but we see the same thing happening in these cases. It's not like someone new is going to take over the company. The talent leaves and they make their own studio. So that's
Yeah.
what happened with Studio Trigger. They were looking at Gynax and they said, like, yeah, we're going to just do it our way. And
Yeah.
Studio Trigger's doing well right now.
Wow.
We remember that one, I think it was a director from Mappa decided, hey, I don't like the way you're running us here. So they're going to make their own studio elsewhere.
Did you know Mappa came from Madhouse?
Did they?
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. So things like that. People decide, hey, I've got the talent, I've got the people. I don't like how you're running things. I'm going to
I'm
do it
out.
myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I love the new progression.
Yeah. All that
Doing
needs
your
to
shit.
happen is for old studios to survive is they have to adapt.
Yeah.
They have to be able to they have to be willing to take in new ideas and, progress from there.
And I feel like it's okay to take on new ideas. I mean, it's what's needed to flourish, but also, I get it. This is your baby. You don't want it to be mistreated or whatever. Or it could be out of greed. I don't want to lose my title.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to
But,
use my position in this company.
I
But
mean,
also, you do have the money. If you do have the money, you have the funds. You do have to sit there and say, you know what? Boom. Let me bring some new talent in with some new ideas in at the same time.
and new ideas are always a gamble. I mean, we see that happening in Hollywood right now with everything being just a remake. It's like, yeah, nostalgia makes money. Let's just keep
Power.
pumping nostalgia.
True, true, true.
Sure,
I
but I feel
mean,
like maybe I'm being optimistic, but I hope animation has a bit more luck because we are seeing this boom in animation, not just in Japan. Now they're getting competition from, say, a bunch of American shows they're trying to push out. The Arcanes, the Blood and
oh, Arcane's
Zeus,
coming back.
Castlevania.
Yep.
Exactly. We're
Dragon
also
Prince.
seeing Chinese animation and Korean animation taking off as all those studios that for the past few decades were just doing background work
What's
and
up,
got a minor
dialogue?
label. They're now saying, you know what, screw it. We're going to make our own full anime. So Donghua are blowing up. I don't know the name for specific Korean animated series, but those
Yeah, I
are
don't know
also
the name for that either.
viral hit. Isn't that fully Korean? Actually, no,
Yeah.
it's
I
Japanese
think it's a
dub. It
webtoon.
is fully Korean.
It's a webtoon, but it's not fully
That's source
Korean.
material. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if, well, I feel like in Korea, similar to in China, they're going to start making more and more of their own series because Japan has their manga, but Korea does have a ton of webtoons. China does have a ton of manhwa that can be adapted, and they have the talent because they've been training for years doing the background animation stuff. So there's heavy competition globally in the animation sphere.
Question.
I think Arcane comes
Webtoon.
back in like November of this year. Sorry, somebody asked. And I think Dragon Prince somewhere in the summer. I'm not sure which show you were talking about.
Listen, listen. I don't care. I'm just gonna be there with my hot chocolate, just watching all the shit. But Webtoon is the platform. I think Korean comics
Uh,
is manhwa,
Manhwa.
right? Okay. Chinese is manhwa too, right?
I think
No,
they
it's something
No,
different.
Donghua.
probably with different spelling.
Donghua.
Yeah.
Donghua is
Don't
anime.
quote me on that. I have no idea.
Listen, if you can listen to me sing Japanese OPs and I don't know Japanese, I ain't gonna judge you for naming shit. That's not, I get what you're saying. I get it. Somewhere in that circumference. I got it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's specific where you are. Webtoon is specifically the platform. Web comics is the art form of making comics made to be read online.
Ooh.
Typically with like the vertical scroll as opposed to horizontal pages.
All right, hold on. Um, what's it? Taco Cowboys. We don't have enough black artists in anime. We grew up with it, want to see ourselves reflected in our favorite genre, but there's still gatekeeping going on. That's real talk.
Yeah, it depends how, because a lot of the stuff we're getting
Preaching to the choir, sir. Oh, ma'am.
is like coming from Asia because we're an anime podcast. We're specifically talk a lot about anime, and the only two big black names I know in the animation sphere was Dart Studio and LaShawn Thomas. So we're starting to get in, but it would mean physically going to Japan for a lot of these things, or
Which I don't mind.
joining the animation studios here in the US. So I actually don't know who are the big names in the animation studios within Disney. Who are the names of the specific animators, specific directors within Illumination, within DreamWorks? I think those are the big three in the US for animation studios.
Wait, I mean,
Netflix is also taking off, and I legitimately don't know behind Netflix if there are any like major black names.
I think that's the problem too.
I think it's partially by design. Like, I don't want to share. I want to be able to fire anyone at any point. And if you're too big a name within my company, then it becomes very hard for me to get rid of you if I want to.
I think that's what happened with Disney when they did X-Men 97 with the creator, well, one of the creators of the animated series returning. So they decided to fire this dude 2 weeks before the release of season 1, which made sense because to me, I'm like, all right, cool. If he becomes a big name, that's gonna be shit. But now that the series, before the series start, let me give you your pink slip now because motherfuckers is really gonna love you, and then we really can't let you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's allegate. I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, they said they let him go because he had what do you call that? It's when you have nudes and you put them on for people to pay for and watch.
OnlyFans?
Thank you. Yes, he had an OnlyFans, and
And he got fired for that?
the mouse didn't want it. Mickey said nope.
The mouse would not want it. Yeah.
Nah. So that's why. Oh, someone said, "Where is LaShawn Thomas now?"
Counting his Netflix money? Like, he got the check.
I mean, yeah, he got his check, but does he have his dignity? Nah, let me stop.
Depends how big the check was.
You know what, nigga?
Yo, depends how big the check was.
You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
You get yacht money, your dignity's fine.
Listen, you give me that Yakuza, dame. I'll sing that
On a
shit all the way
side
to the
note,
bank.
there is a live action coming out for the Yakuza games. Like someone in Japan is making a live action series.
God
I think
bless
it's supposed
him.
to be like 6 episodes, I want to say, and it's supposed to be in production with like Amazon, so it should end up on Prime somewhere.
Ooh. Lord
Yeah.
have mercy. If it ends up like a J drama, it's a wrap. Or a K drama, it's a wrap. Give me a nice, sexy man with a pinstripe suit with tattoos underneath. I'm there.
I mean,
You don't
the
need to
person
go to
they
the
chose
frat
for
house.
Kiryu is a little scrawny, but he can hit the gym for a bit.
There it is. You got 3 months, sir.
I
You got
mean,
3 months, sir. To be fair, like ladies and gentlemen, there are black people in these spaces. It's just that you have to do your research. I was yesterday years old when I just found out one of the creators of the 101 Dalmatians, he's black.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, and if you don't know, like they said, Toriyama, one of his biggest inspirations of Disney was 101 Dalmatians. So you just have to research, and it's a
That is
lot of
true.
research.
For example, out of all the Disney movies upcoming, do you know what the directors' names are? So, like, we do have animation in the US, and whether or not there are black people working on them and in what positions, it's exactly right. You actually have to look to see.
Yeah,
I mean, for like entirely independently owned projects, who
but I
is it
don't.
that's making 10 pins?
Oh, 10 Pins is made by that clothing brand,
Namiware?
The Dom from
Namiwear.
Yeah.
It's Namiware? Okay, so that's an example of some
Yes.
coming out. So there's a lot of independent projects you have to look at.
Yeah, I mean, if you go and walk around cons, there's a lot of people who do have tables selling their individual projects. So, like next to like the pins and the stickers, some of them have like their own original book that they are selling, and they will sell you
Gigi.
on it. Yeah, yeah, Gigi
Gigi.
is definitely one.
Yeah, she has a manga about it's called Resenter. I'm telling you, I can't talk about it too much because she make me want to fight because it's like she puts out one chapter a month, you
No, but
know, like
like they say, like if you want them to make more, you have to give them money to make more.
I got no problem paying her, but if I'm gonna pay you the bands, I want the material. Like I came here to eat. Where's the food? You know what I mean? But you know, talent can't be rushed. So
That as well.
you know, I appreciate it. And another thing too, like also when you see these black creatives like Tony Weaver has a book out. Definitely jump in that. His book is free. You could actually it's on either on his website, but you could actually read it for free. Like which I feel like that's you know, he that's a lot of confidence. He feels like regardless, his shit is so good, you could read it for free. I'm still gonna get my money. So either way, bitch, I'm getting paid. So I appreciate that. And quick question for you guys. So you know how we sit here and we always critique these anime studios and these producers, directors. Do you take it personal when it's a black creative that's doing a project? Like when it's time for you to hit the blows and be like, this shit is trash and the creative is black. Do you lessen the blow or do you go hard and be like,
I
nah, nigga?
I'd
We
like
have
to think
pulled
I do exactly the
no
same.
punches.
Yeah, like if it's bad, it's bad.
We might stay quiet like the first week it comes out,
You know, let it cook for a
but
bit,
again, just look at what we said about Cannon Busters and Yasuke.
yeah, we were
We
not
weren't
amused.
exactly being nice.
Okay, yes. We weren't, but that was because we wanted this so bad. I
Yeah,
think we wanted this so bad. This was actually something that we were rooting for from the beginning, and it had so much potential.
I think
And we actually gave him we let it slide. We was like, okay, maybe Yasuke is going to be better. And
it was not.
yeah, it wasn't.
And I
You
think
know,
part of what made me angry when it came to those is at the same time I think Seis Manos came out and that was good. And I liked that one. And I was very pissed and jealous. So I might have been a little bitter actually.
We might have even been harsher.
listen, I
Came
tried
out
my
when Odd
best.
Taxi came out. It was a lot.
It was a tough year, but the thing is with that type of push, like he was getting promotion, like he was getting promoted. Promo was coming out the woo-ha for this, and then for it to be the way it was, I just felt like it was a big disappointment. I was let down. The soundtrack was phenomenal. It had a lot of people in the uproar because a lot of people said that if you didn't support it, you were anti-black. Oh, there was a lot that said that. So I just felt like,
Yes, Seis
damn.
Manos was fire. Thank you. Sorry.
What at 72? Yeah, so I just I don't know. Me being me, I'm gonna give you the raw emotion from the gate, and then I'll think about it and be like, damn, but it was one of ours that did this. You know, it's a disappointment, but
I like
I don't
good
know.
content. I don't want to let bad content in just in the hopes of getting representation, because then that's what our representation becomes, just bad
Yeah.
stuff. Like if that's what you're
Yeah.
accepting, then it's
Hmm.
like, well, all right, we'll keep giving you that. Hence why we have so many slave movies, because that's what keeps getting rewarded.
Oh, bro.
Everyone's like, oh my god, it's so powerful and wonderful, and I'm like, it's
No,
another slave movie. It
no,
needs to happen for some of them, but I
no.
after I've seen like 5 to 10, I've seen all I need to see. The rest can stay in history books for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so funny. Like, you want to stop critical race theory, but you have no problem just dishing out these fucking slave movies. Like,
Yeah, yeah, but they would never let you show that in school unless you say work of fiction first.
I mean, the same people that are voting to not put this in schools, I feel like they're the same people that are putting money into these industries to make sure, yeah, put that out. That's what they need to see.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I feel like I feel like it's the same hand that's
Oh
being,
yeah,
you know?
they're double dipping for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. You're not supposed to do that. You know you're breaking the rules when you do that shit. Nasty. But yeah, that's we are a little harsh sometimes because at the end of the day, I feel like, and I could say this, and y'all could quote me if I'm wrong. I feel like I'm speaking for Black Ramen here. I feel like we say a lot of stuff because we're passionate about the stuff that we enjoy, that we consume, and that we watch, right? We are trying to build a brand on it. We are constantly think of new ideas of what we could talk about based on the content that we consume that we know that people that look like us enjoy. Like, so if we do get a little disappointed of people that look like us that are in this industry and not representing what we love, not even representing what we love, but actually doing it justice with telling the story in a way that makes us feel that we're a part of. And if we don't feel that, I feel like we have a right to be like, you know, this ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it. And it's wrong. At some point I did feel guilty after I was yelling and screaming. But like, after a week or so, I did feel guilty about saying all those things about why this wasn't it. But then it's like, okay, cool. I have the right to say, especially if it's from people that look like us, I have every right to be,
Yeah.
mad and say, hey, listen, this is not what we wanted. This is, nobody asked for this.
Yeah.
As long as you're saying what you believe, because like when it comes down to it, if we right now went back and tried to watch it again, I don't think I would change what I said.
No,
I think I would still feel the same way.
I'd probably
Now,
put
if I went
earlier.
back and watched it, I'd still feel that disappointment.
I said what I said. That's what I'm hearing Bree saying. I said what I said. That's basically what it is. So hopefully we get to see more, or we get to have more people that look like us in the forefront, where we don't have to do a deep search on page 8 on the Google search to see which Black people were what they contributed in this part of the industry. So hopefully that happens. So I don't want to stay on here too long, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to come in, say hi, do a little rant, talk to you guys. Love to see that you guys are still on here thriving. I love when my comment section is melanated. Yeah, motherfuckers, I love you. I love it. And I know that you know what we're about. We're always about giving out good content, making you know what we need, what you need to watch, what you need to tune into. Real quick, I know I keep saying real quick. Everybody say a title that everybody should be watching right now this season. Go.
Delicious in Dungeon.
The Fable.
And I support that. Definitely watch Delicious in Dungeon and The Fable. Oh, Viral Hit. Watch Viral Hit. And if you're what's that video game where they have Yasuke in it that everybody's upset about?
Assassin's Creed.
Play
Look, if the
Assassin's
game is
Creed.
bad, no, hold on. If the game is bad, the game is bad. Like that's
If
really
the game is bad, the game is bad.
Yeah,
But you know what?
like-
to
Do
make
not play it because Yasuke is in it. That's
yeah, don't do that.
honestly,
Don't do that.
it's the gaming industry. I'm not worried. Like we'll be fine because
Yeah,
a good game is always just gonna carry through.
it is. But if it's good, play that shit. And you know what? Play that shit just to get the racists mad. Let them know you like it. You know, just get them pissed off. Cause the white folks, when I tell you, oh, this is the woke culture.
Yeah, it's
Wait till they
wild.
find out. See, this is why you need the fact that they are not even showing. It just shows me he ain't go to school nowhere. What's that little white boy? This is a little white boy, a little kid in TikTok who's talking about his father. I don't think he went to school nowhere. And that's what it looks like for these motherfuckers that be on here and talk about who's Yasuke. There was no such thing as a black samurai. Bitch, where the fuck were you? This is why we were excited to see Netflix put this shit out. But anyway, shout out to Odd Taxi because they salvaged that episode for us because the way we started watching episode 5 of Odd Taxi just to make us feel better. I know I'm going back and forth, but fuck it. Fuck it. It's alive. I didn't say it. It's not real. Okay. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We're out.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.